how the brain works, the brain chemistry. Well, back then, living in Berkeley, Berkeley to me was an experimental ground. You know, anything that happens,
it was. America is an experiment.
Yeah.
We are the freest country.
Supposedly,
yes, but it's been working, and they're trying to tamper with that.
Yeah.
So you're correct. A Brave New World is amazing. It's crazy that, especially 1984 as well. It's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. And don't forget at that point in time, the LSD guru was. He said he told our generation, and he taught at Harvard University. He said, you know, tune in, tune out, and he got a whole generation hooked on LSD. And he was way out there. He was a radical professor.
Calm down. Yeah, a radical. They're all radical nowadays.
Yeah. Because it's a new generation. They don't follow the guidelines.
It's so scary.
Look, I'm not against technology. But
no, I'm not either.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
I'm not either, but
it gets into the wrong hands of the elitists in society. The people who are controlling us, they're looking at this, say, hey, you know, our population right now is about 350 or 400 million, the entire United States.
Yes.
But it's dangerous what it's been doing. And I think your generation... Don't blame us.
No,
we didn't we didn't do this to you
guys.
The
millennials are ridiculous.
But it's out of control. And what I see, it's coming. The New World Order with Trump in office. He's updated, you know, but he's a businessman.
Exactly.
He's strictly business, but he knows what's going on.
He knows exactly what's going on. But this whole Syria thing that's going on right now is really worrying me because Assad is not the one that's bombing. What did he say a day ago, or a day before the bombs happened? He said, "I'm going to pull out of Syria," and then Assad bombed it. Why would Assad want him there? It makes no sense. That's the deep state. They want a war with Syria because they want the centralized banking system to be in Syria. They want to get their resources. They want all the, and eventually they want to move to Iran.
Oh yeah, I know.
But the tech is.
Yeah,
do you watch?
Assad was he was a medical. He was an optician, optometrist. That's what he did for a living.
Was he?
Yeah,
but he allows Christianity in his country. I'm not saying he's a great guy, but he has fought ISIS and he does allow Christianity in his country. I don't believe he's the one that's doing. I think that it's another Libya. It's a Gaddafi.
Look at it this way, okay? Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah.
He did a lot of good for his people.
He did.
He was taken out of the picture because
he was trying to back his money with gold.
That was it.
He was trying to back his money with gold.
Yeah, it was all
and the elitists did not want that. The Rothschilds didn't want that.
Yeah.
You're a smart guy. I like you.
You know, I mean, I don't accept everything at face value.
No, you don't. You have to look into your own. You have to look into everything really because the media is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh yeah. The media and these people. You know, I don't even watch TV.
You've heard of Operation Mockingbird, where they plant CIA and foreign. Oh yeah. This was back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Stop. What are you crying for?
Mockingbird, and during the 60s, a lot of the drugs, a lot of experiment, and that was when LBJ was president. And he was angry. LBJ, he was a nutcase, man.
Yeah, he was. I think he had something to do with Kennedy's assassination.
Well, of course. I could see that right away.
Absolutely. And Bush. Yeah, Bush was, he said he wasn't there, but he was there in Texas when it happened.
Yeah. When I was around when Kennedy was shot, and he was on the plane, put his right hand up, I looked at him and said, that's the guy that took Kennedy
Exactly.
out. Why? Because Kennedy wanted to stop the Vietnam era. And the Johnson family, they own a lot of real estate, a lot of businesses in Texas.
Okay.
So that was the interference. They had to take Kennedy.
Didn't Kennedy also say, like weeks prior, that I will scatter the CIA into 1,000 pieces of shards?
Yeah. Kennedy, he had a conscience. You know,
he did.
He wasn't some.
He was the last real Democrat, I believe.
Yeah. He wasn't some wild card out in the open. He wanted to, you know. Make America America.
Yeah.
But Lady Bird and Lyndon L.B. Johnson, he was a racist. He wanted to get. he wanted to use nuclear bombs in North Vietnam.
Really?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. And then his wife said, no,
hey,
you don't sniff my genitals. That's the only one I got.
He does that with females, too. It's very embarrassing when he goes up to female. I'm like, come on, chill out, bro. Chill out. Chill out, brother.
Yeah,
chill out.
Well, you got to get him neutered or something.
He's neutered. He's neutered. Yeah, he's just a wild card.
Oh, yeah.
They say he's like 5 years old. He's definitely a puppy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like 2 years old, 2 or 3.
But for hunting, they're good dogs.
They're awesome. He's a great retriever.
Oh, yeah. You know, pit bull, they don't understand where does the name pit bull comes from. During the 1800s in Britain, they used to use pit bulls to fight among themselves, and the word pit bull came out of there.
It's not even really a breed. It's what we call it in the animal world. It's a style of a dog.
Yep.
Because there's so many different styles of them. They're not really even a breed, and we don't allow them to be amongst the other dogs because of the insurance purposes. Yeah. The first week I got him, I took him over to the pet resort. Or no, I mean the pet that like there's a off Dodecanese over here. There's a dog park. Yep. One had him by the neck. Like, why are you going to bring your dog there if it's a pit bull and you know that he might like attack another dog? Like when there's dogs running around. Yeah, that was scary.
But Rottweilers. You know what? Rottweilers, they've been around for 2,000 years.
They've been around for a while.
Yeah, 2,000. And they were used by the Roman armies. When they would go into attack mode, they would come in and just break up the military units.
They remind me a lot, like, of I encounter a lot of Rottweilers. Yeah. That's the next dog I would like after. They're beautiful dogs. I got attacked by a Rottweiler, too. Yeah.
Well, the Rotties I see here in America, they're a smaller.
They are. They're way smaller.
The ones I've seen in Germany, you know, I was stationed in Germany. These things are huge, man. They're like this. They got
that's exactly the ones I got bit by. Stop.
Oh, you got bit by a Rottweiler?
I got bit by 2 Rottweilers. Yeah, this lady, this was up off Tarpon Ave, and she had the real Rottweilers. Yeah. They're like twice the size of him, huge, big old stocky neck. Real Rottweilers. Yeah, she just let him out. No leash. She just let him out when I was walking by. She did it on purpose. Yeah, and they wanted to put him down. I didn't want to put the dogs down, but I mean, it was her fault. Like,
They chase you down the block.
They chased me down the block. I was thinking like, don't be afraid, just keep walking and like act like, but no, because once your back is turned to them, they're like, oh, he gave up, and that's when they got my butt. They got me in the butt.
Oh God.
Yep. It was nice talking to you, brother.
What's your name?
My name's Corey.
Corey. Oh, they call me Sarge.
Sarge.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Sarge.
After about 20 years in the Army.
There you go. Hey, thank you for serving our country.
Hey, you know...
we got to do what we can to keep it our country, man. They're trying to take it from us. Look at all these assault weapons bans and these false flags with these school shootings they're doing, and the sheriffs are standing down in Parkland, and they're not doing shit.
That's exactly what they want.
Exactly what they want. It's their plan. They want to disarm us.
It's not going to happen.
It won't. No, it won't.
Our forefathers saw the future. They knew that man is capable of immense greed and power.
Absolutely.
That's why they wrote that in there. But, however, you got people, they don't care about the Constitution.
They don't give it.
All they want is, I want this piece. We're the only piece of real estate on this entire planet right now that we have so much freedom.
Exactly.
Once you take that away from people, then don't forget now, we got concentration camps in place all over this
FEMA
country.
camps all over this country.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
know
I know about all this stuff.
Yeah,
we got to hang out sometime, drink a beer.
Yeah,
Do you have a phone?
Huh? I don't. You know, I don't even carry a cell phone. You know,
are you around here?
Time? Huh?
I've never seen you around here.
Yeah. Well, I live right down here, Lakeside Drive.
Okay.
But I don't carry a cell phone, anything like that. I just go by the rising of the sun, the setting of the sun.
There you go. Hey,
and I work on my instincts.
You're smart.
And So, okay,
You're smart. These things cause radiation right here.
Ah, see, I know that.
Yeah, and I'm stupid to hold it, but like I said, 20 years ago, if you would have asked someone, if they would have put something in their house that would monitor them, their video, the audio, they would have said, hell no. Nowadays, they're waiting in lines for them.
Yeah. And now, don't forget the TVs that are out right now. You got to be careful.
They're watching.
Yes,
exactly.
You know that,
hey,
man. They're looking at you.
And it's in their user agreements.
Yeah, yeah.
We do it for advertisement. We do it. We're watching you. Blah blah blah. This is 1984. We're living in. My brother. It's 1984.
I know. But they're waiting for the appropriate moment when everything collapses. That's why I'm hoping that Trump, he understands what's going on.
Yeah.
But I like that general as his military advisor, Mad Dog
Mattis.
Yeah, Mattis. He comes from the old school.
Absolutely.
No nonsense.
No nonsense.
We need a guy like that and he knows what's going on with the CIA.
He does. It's going to take time. There's a lot of sealed indictments right now. A lot.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like 1,000% above the normal. Usually there's like 1,000 a year. There's a lot of sealed indictments. So hopefully they lock them up.
The thing is, we got to be very careful because what I see happening in America, I saw it happening in other countries. You know, I traveled to Europe, I've been to Germany and all that. I've been to Korea. I was up there. Look on your computer. It's a little history. The USS Pueblo.
Okay.
Lloyd Booker.
Okay.
He was a naval commander, and he was in charge of 83 of his men. And he got in a firefight. It was a ship. They got in a firefight with the North Koreans. And Lloyd Booker and his men, they were captured. They were put in concentration camps. When they were finally released and brought back to America, Johnson, who was president at that time, had no guts. He berated Booker and said, you could call it an international incident. And every man has their breaking point. Booker, doing the thing that he was trained to do, committed suicide. That was a true warrior.
Wow.
All he was doing was protect his men. And Johnson nailed him right into the ground, you know.
I don't like that Johnson guy.
No.
That guy is...
No, he was a racist too.
Absolutely. Just like the Democratic, they say the Democratic and the Republican Party flipped. I don't really believe that because they were against the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
They didn't want the slaves to be freed in the first part. And then they're saying, oh, those are the old Republicans. I don't really believe that either because who was it that, what did he say? He said basically that he would use the black vote against them and that it was in like the 60s. I'm not sure exactly who it was. Super racist. And he's basically like, we're going to get their vote no matter what. We're going to use them. That's exactly what they're doing today.
And he, I had a friend of mine. He was Special Forces over in Nam, and he said Johnson made so many mistakes, and Johnson even admitted. He says, "I don't give a damn," you know, because the Asian was a goop or a slant. And he said, "I don't give a damn. I want the job done." And it was one outpost in Vietnam. My Special Forces friend told me, we were overrun. They just came in and took us right up. You want to see a good movie? You see this movie called that's out right now about the Taliban. It's called 12 Strong. You know, there's 12 Special Forces on top of this hill. They held off 60,000 of these people coming in to wipe them out.
See, that's the thing that they don't understand.
Yeah.
We need to be armed because if we're invaded by another country, we're finished. We're done. We're done for it. And they don't really give a shit about that. In Vietnam, do you know how many people, an arm behind every blade of grass? We were held back for quite a while, just from the armed citizens there. In Afghanistan or Iraq, they're holding off like the people who are armed. And when you start Sadiq Khan, the Muslim in England right now, and I follow a lot what's going on in England. I have friends over in England. He wants to ban knives now, so they're actually making it illegal for you to buy knives in stores and stuff. That's not going to cost. That's not going to. You already banned the guns, and the crime rate went up.
Yeah.
All right, the murder went up. So then they use knives. So now, like, what are you going to use? You know, the cops aren't even armed. You have to call special.
I've been to one. That's right.
It's so sad what they're doing. You can't even go to France anymore. It doesn't look like France. Even Dearborn, Michigan.
Oh yeah, I heard.
It's horrible.
No, didn't I hear? I heard about when Bush Sr. made the statement, New World Order. Over 50,000
And we will win. And we will do.
50,000 people in the state of Michigan picked up their weapons. This happened a couple of years ago. When Bush Sr. said the New World Order.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember when he said that back in the 90s?
Yeah.
He said, in this New World Order, which we will, what did he say? He said, it will happen, basically. He said it in another way, but he's like, and we will make it happen. It was very ominous. Like, yeah, they're trying, man. But you know what? People need to wake up, and that's why they're dumbing them down in the school systems, because those are our next politicians. These kids in Berkeley, these kids in Harvard, these kids in Princeton. And what's the worst? The worst is what? Is it where's Skull and Bones come out of? Is that?
I think it was Harvard or Yale.
Yeah, I think it's Yale.
Yeah.
The Skull and Bones. Those are the ones you got to worry about.
And don't forget what was her name?
I hope this kid's getting some information in this room right now. Maybe he's listening. Hopefully he can get smart.
No, but don't forget, if you show force. Now let me tell you something. We were outnumbered during that prevalence. We had about 40,000
You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, wow.
I was there when all that happened. Spell Dinipka, I'm talking Korean.
Okay, yeah, I can hear that, yeah.
No, we were put on full status alert. And our battlefield, we had a force of about, at that point in time, 40,000 troops. Okay, that combined 7th Infantry, 2nd Infantry, and we had 8th Army to back us. We had an incredible American general. I'll never forget the guy's last name was a guy by the name of Charles Bone Steel.
Oh, wow.
Tough general.
Steel, tough as steel.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was a World War II vet. He fought in the Second World War. He fought in the beginning of the Korean War. Then he did time during Vietnam. And I looked at his background. He was a West Point grad.
West Point.
Yeah, West Pointer. And a lot of us guys, we joked about it. You know, in the battalion headquarters, we say, hey, Bone Steel must have met up with George Patton.
Bone Steel.
Yeah, Charles H. Bone. Look it up on a computer.
I've heard of Patton before as well.
Yeah.
He was
he had a son. Now check this out. Look at this movie called Of Hearts and Minds.
I've heard of that.
Okay.
I was about to say it before you even said that.
Of Hearts and Minds, his son, George Patton III, was up near Cambodia, right near the border. And there were all these newspaper reporters who were talking to him about, about the war and all that.
Yeah.
Finally, one newspaper reporter asked him, what do you think of your fighting men? And Bones Patton looked at the guy and says, I've got a bloody bunch of good killers.
Yeah. There you go.
Just like the old man. He looks just like his old man.
Hey, God bless you, sir.
That's your family?
No. I don't have a family. This is my family.
Oh, okay.
I have a cat and I
Well,
have a dog.
what don't we give me your address?
Yeah, I'm right up here. You see this? This is the 7 building.
Okay, wait a second.
I'm the top floor right there above that palm tree.
Okay, wait.
7306. I would love to go grab a beer. Do you drink? What's that?
Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic?
No, back in the early days when I was wild and crazy.
Yeah.
Our favorite drink was to when we'd come off the night patrol, we were always drinking that Jack Daniels.
Oh yeah.
Jack Daniels whiskey.
Oh yeah.
That's what a lot of guys were staying high on uppers and downers.
Oh, they had a lot of speed and methamphetamines they were going around in there. And Hitler actually armed his. He actually he created a lot of different drugs. I think there's a painkiller like Roxycontin or like oxycodone.
Yeah.
He had them on a lot of those, and he also had them on a lot of methamphetamine and speed at that time.
That's what we got in our society today.
It's horrible. The opiate, they have fentanyl coming into the streets that are killing people and wiping out a lot of people.
The opposition, they love it.
They love it. They love mass depopulation, and a lot of the people are white who are dying. So they absolutely love that as well.
Yeah, so
South Africa is absolutely sad what's happening in South Africa right now.
Oh.
Genocide, basically.
I've been through a war. I know what war is all about.
Yeah.
And the one thing that really scared the hell out of me, we were up on the DMZ. And I remember,
the demilitarized zone in North Korea?
Yeah.
You were there?
Yeah. There was a 38 parallel. Say we're standing right here, and all it is right near the border of North Korea, it's a chain link fence that runs over 155 miles across the country.
Yep.
So we're standing on this side of the chain link fence, and we're looking across. You're looking right into North Korea.
Yeah.
They told us that if we were invaded, 13-year-old boys would be the first line coming in.
That's just like the Muslims do. They have. I spoke with.
They did that during the Ayatollah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
They'll put the kids in the front line.
Bunch of cowards.
Bunch of cowards. Yep. And it's really sad. I won't forget. I was drinking at a bar called Snappers right up the road with a guy who was in the military, and he told me to watch Zeitgeist, and that was what opened my eyes to a lot of things. That kind of opened my eyes. Zeitgeist. I'm not sure if you ever saw that. It had a lot to do with like 9/11 and stuff. But he said he would not serve in the military anymore. Yeah. He was too messed up from what he saw over there.
Oh, yeah.
These people put a kid. He had to shoot a kid through the head because they put a kid out in front with bombs on his chest in his squad. He was like the one that like controlled the whole unit, and they were going through the town, and they had a kid come out with a bomb, and he had to shoot the kid's head off. And he said it was just absolutely, it was just disgusting. They put the kids out in the front line.
They understand our weaknesses.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to understand Asian mindset. They're
Hey, get out of there. Get out of there.
But are you home most of the time?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I work 2 jobs, but I'm around. I have every other.
Here.
My name is Corey.
So guys. Yeah, if I have some time.
Yeah, if you're around, man, I would love to catch up with you. You're very informed. Oh, look, this pen ain't working. Here, I'll inscribe it in there then.
No, wait a second. That's it. Gotta give it.